Hey guys, hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Kshitij, aka the Rustic Wanderer. In today's vlog, since it's bright and sunny outside, it's a nice spring weather, we are going outside for a nice picnic, which is at a spot about 20-25 kilometers away from the city of Oulu. So let's get started. So the plan is to go to this place called Koitelinkoski or Koiteli. I call it a nature preserve because the trees and the shrubs are protected out there. And it's a very nice place. It's a kind of a forest with about 3 kilometers of river rapids there. There is, if you are going there with a tour operator, you can even do river rafting and kayaking and stuff. Otherwise, you could just go there, have a nice picnic. It's perfect for a day trip. So I'm thinking of going there. There are different ways of how you can get there. I'll tell you more about that on the way when I'm outside. But for the meantime, let's prepare some snacks for the picnic that we could enjoy along the way and when we get there so that we can have a nice time. So what I'm making are these stuffed potato sandwiches, or you can call them toasts. So you take a bread of your choice. I've taken brown bread here. You take a filling of your choice. I've taken potatoes here, and you cover it with another layer and then you toast it on both sides. You could use ghee or garlic butter or whatever is your oil of choice. So the filling basically I'm using is boiled mashed potatoes. So I took a pack of like 1 kilo of potatoes, boiled them first, peeled them, and then mince them in a pan while adding the spices. So there's typical spices, curry leaves, dried red chilies, salt, pepper, turmeric, coriander powder, and so on and so forth. So you've already spiced it up basically, so it's ready to eat, right? And then what you have to do is whenever you want to make, you could use this stuffing anywhere actually. You could make a stuffed paratha, you could make stuffed toast, and so on and so forth. So since you made that in bulk, now you can keep using that in like small batches whenever you're cooking. So now I'm making a bunch of these toasts, and then we'll simply wrap it up in aluminum foil and bring it with us. Since it's nice and dry, it's very easy to carry. And I used to use it and eat it quite often back when I was a kid because my mom used to make this and it tasted really delicious. So I used to bring it to school sometimes or sometimes for a picnic, somewhat similar to what I'm doing today. So it's one of the very quick and easy recipes for snacks to bring for your picnic. So let's finish making a bunch of these so that we could bring it as a snack with us for the picnic, and then we start heading outside. Okay, so our toasts are packed and ready, and to go with I found this lemonade in a convenience store nearby, so I'm gonna bring this. I put that in the fridge overnight so it's nice and chilled. I just have to be careful, it's a glass bottle, but it's quite delicious. I've tried it before and it tastes like a legit lemonade, so I'm gonna bring this one. And additionally I'm gonna bring like a pack of popcorn, so together it would kind of fill me up. It's gonna be a nice long walk, so I need the energy at the end of the walk. Alright, with that, now we start to get ready. I'll also grab my hydration pack because I need the water, and maybe a thin jacket to keep me warm in case when the sun goes down it starts to get a bit chilly again. And yeah, just with that, we start packing the bag, and then I'll see you outside on the road. Okay, so we are all set on the way. I set up tracking on my watch. I'll start it in just a few steps, and it's nice and sunny. My shoelaces decided to give up on the last minute, so I had to wait to change, but I think they look nice, the new ones. They're white with brown, although the white shoelaces are gonna turn brown real fast as I go to the farm, pretty sure, with all the mud and horses and stuff. But for now it looks good. As you can see, it's nice, bright and sunny. Good day for a nice walk. The map shows it's going to take about 4 hours 20 minutes to get there, but we'll go nice and slow. Even 5 hours doesn't bother me much. So as I was telling you, there are a few different ways of getting to the Koiteli River Rapids, and this is what I meant. So we have to go to Kiiminki first, which is about 20 kilometers. from here, and then further 3-4 kilometers down the line are the river rapids. And there is a bus that goes to the Kiiminki city from Oulu. It's pretty convenient. I think it's bus number 35 that you could take. You could do it my way, so I'm walking. At least one way I'm walking. On the way back I'll figure out what to do. There are also these rental e-scooters that are popping up again now that the weather is getting warmer, but I don't think it's going to be very economical for a trip that long. So walking is going to be about 4.5 hours, bus is going to be 1 something hour. So yeah, that's what I meant. And if you have a car, I think it just takes 20 or so minutes, because I hitched a ride once before and that's what it felt like. There are some pigeons here. So yeah, on this bright and sunny weather, it's actually quite warm. That's why I'm wearing just a half-sleeve t-shirt. Don't even need a jacket just yet. So we're just gonna keep walking along this main route, and yeah, it's gonna take about 4 hours, so I'll do a bit of time checks. My watch is tracking the journey, so every once in a while I'll take a short break, and then somewhere on a nice spot we'll take a breakfast break as well. So that's gonna be fun. So no wonder it is so nice and warm and sunny, because on the board behind me it says it's plus 20 degrees Celsius. So summers are coming. Nice day to be outdoors. You see those electric lines, and then there is a substation over there. I find this very unique in Finland because the electric cables are very well laid out. They are not jumbled up all together, which is quite special. Coming from India, where we have like these cobweb of wires all around, this is very unique because you only see these overground wires around the substation or these kind of pillars, but throughout the city I think they have underground wiring, so you won't see these wires hanging in the air, and even if they are very neatly laid out. And I think in the winters they do some special arrangements to manage them and protect them from the heavy snowfall. Quite a unique arrangement, and I really enjoy looking at this from a close-up. Just stumbled upon one, so thought of capturing it. So this is a broken bicycle chain. For a second I thought that was a snake, which was surprising because in Finland I've never seen a snake before. So I stopped for a second. Was disappointed. It was just a bicycle chain. Found a nice pony yard. There's some ponies there. One guy is over there in the corner. There's a black one there. Oh, time for a nice roll in the sunshine. It's always so much fun to watch them roll in the mud. Though I wonder if it's still as satisfying with the jacket on, but they like to roll. Ha! Enjoy, ponies. Okay, so time check. Kiiminki is about 10 kilometers from here. So we have covered almost 10.09 kilometers in about 2 hours and 5 minutes. So it's a pretty good pace. I'm happy with it. We are almost halfway through to Kiiminki, so somewhere along the route where there is a nice spot, I'll take a break and sit down for a mini picnic, and the actual picnic we'll do it in Koiteli because it's already 1:30 p.m. so I want to have some food and some energy to continue the walk. Also, I saw the bus 35 just pass by this highway, so I was right, it's bus number 35 if you want to take a bus route. I think that's the most economical way to do it. If you don't have a car, the bus tickets are pretty economical that way. I just wanted to do an endurance walk for fitness sake, so that's why I'm walking. Plus the weather is quite nice, I wanted to spend time outdoors. Anyways, let's continue walking a little bit more, and when the place is nice for a break, we'll take a mini break and refresh a bit. Found a nice spot in a bit of a shade as well. Can use this to sit as a nice pedestal, and also there's a bit of sunshine but not direct. So it's almost 1:30 p.m. I'll take a quick break here, grab maybe one or two of my toast, have a bit of water, and then continue onwards. I'll save the lemonade for the main spot in Koiteli. Okay, so that was about a 15-20 minute break. Had two toasts, some water, little bit of rest, and it's time to continue onwards and get to Koiteli. Now I'm feeling a bit refreshed, and the good thing is it's nice and sunny, but there are no mosquitoes yet, so it was a very peaceful break and enough to get the energy going and not get pissed off with all the mosquitoes biting you. Let's keep walking. There's still about 8 odd kilometers to go to get to Koiteli, but I saw this nice big pond on the way. Saw some camper vans also at the end. Looks like a nice camping spot, especially refreshing in a warm, nice hot day like this. Good for the summers. So about 7.4 kilometers to Kiiminki, maybe a couple more from there to Koiteli. And this was the pond right next to the board, and we're headed that way. This forest reminds me of my stay in the Hailuoto island. If you remember seeing that vlog, there used to be these small shrubs there too that were actually blueberries. And as you can see, I'm the only one walking here on the road less taken. And nobody in front of me, nobody behind me. And almost done 17 kilometers, probably 4 or 5 kilometers to go. Should be about an hour or so worth of walk left. And that's one of the things about road less taken. If you are just getting familiar with vlogging, and if you're just starting, and if the crowd makes you conscious, you can decide to come out on a route like this. There's literally nobody around, not even mosquitoes around to bother you, so you can practice vlogging in this scenario. For me, it doesn't matter. I've been doing public speaking for a while, so it's not an issue. But anyways, I like to be in a kind of offbeat path like this. That's what contributes to the adventure for me. So let's keep walking, try to get to the destination, and hopefully the weather stays nice, bright and sunny, and the clouds don't destroy the weather. Let's see by the time we get there. Seems to be a roadblock in the middle of nowhere, though I suppose that's more for the cars and other bigger vehicles, but there's space on the sides, I guess for pedestrians is okay. So let's try and go through. Well, that worked, so let's keep heading forward because our destination is that way and there's no point turning all the way back because of the barricade. But the sunshine is gone behind the clouds. At least it's not so cloudy, so it's nice and comfortable still. But as you can see, there's only gravel here. There's no well laid out road like proper tarmac, so that's why I was wearing these heavy duty trekking shoes, especially when I'm going out on an adventure like this. I like to be prepared, so I have ample of water in my hydration bag. I have protein bars, snacks, nuts, fruits, so everything is prepared. Especially your footwear needs to be very good to cope with these scenarios, because if you start having pain in your feet,
that's pretty much the end of your adventure, because after that it's gonna become a lot of misery to continue and you're not gonna enjoy the journey ahead. So it's better to be prepared ahead of time. Time check, it's about 20.12 kilometers, 4 hours and about 5 minutes since we started, 3:42 p.m. So it's been roughly 2 hours or so since the last break. So I'm stopping again to eat an apple and a protein bar, some water. I think since we have done about 20 kilometers already, should be another 30 to 40 minutes from here to Koiteli. So we're really close. So I'm gonna relax a bit and then continue onwards. And this time gonna use this rock, not the most elegant view from here, but at least it makes for a good place for snacking and a quick break. It feels nice to be relaxing in the shade a bit. About the apple, I just wanted to discuss. Normally I don't like eating apple, especially if they are like very soft and soggy. I absolutely hate it. But the green apple I really like because it's normally very crunchy and juicy. So I kind of enjoy it, and that way I get to consume some apple as well for the body. It's quite nice. Also, remember this mango protein bar. It's time to enjoy this one, and then I'll take a quick water break and then we continue onwards. So get some energy for the last leg of the journey. So we are almost at the destination, about a couple of meters away, 100 meters or so. I stopped in the way to show you this. These are the rafts that I was talking about. So this is the point a little bit before the area where I'll be chilling, where they have entrance to the rapids where they do the river rafting. I guess they also do canoeing and stuff, and there are some other basic boats, kayaks, canoes, everything here. But I guess you need either a tourist agency or something, tour operator, so you have to come with them to gain access to them, or you might need to have one of your own. And this looks like the path that they could use. So if there's a trailer behind the car, so this is where they'll dock, put it in the water. So right in front of you, this is all Koiteli Rapids. Nice water gushing through. So now this is quite similar to what we have in the Rishikesh area in India as well. It's quite popular for the Beatles ashram, yoga. So if you want to do hatha yoga training, you probably have heard about this region, or whitewater rafting. So this area reminds me of that. So we're going to go towards that bridge. That is where we're going to cross and go to that area to chill a bit. That's where all the water is at like full swing. And this is a nice area. Probably this area would be calm for kayaking and stuff as well. So yeah, this is, I think, close by there is also this thing called Koiteli residence. So if you want to stay here, have a stopover, need a place for accommodation, I guess that's where you could connect with them. But I'm gonna go over to the other side, go to the main entrance, go inside this I like to call it a mini nature preserve. I don't exactly know what that is, but at least Koiteli River Rapids is what you saw behind me. And the way I understood it is the geography is such that there's the Kiiminkijoki river that got split up into pieces because there are a few different islands here, and that made the rapids. And I think there are 3 islands here that you have access to. They're pretty interesting names: Fire Island, Mail Island, and Saw Island. Whatever is the Finnish name for it. This is the English translation. So yeah, that's where I'm going. I wasn't interested in whitewater rafting, but spending time by the water and having a picnic was the agenda for the day. So this red building is somewhat what you'll be looking for. Either this or that. I guess one of these is supposed to be the Koiteli residence as well, where you get the accommodation. Yay, we arrived. Okay, so final time check, 22.5 kilometers in 4 hours 36 minutes. Maintained quite a good pace. Arrived here at 4:39 p.m. And yeah, as I was saying, I was here last time as well. I hitched a ride and I got here, but people who I was with, they had other things to do, other commitments. So we stayed here for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and then we left. But the place was too nice and I wanted to spend more time, probably try and catch a sunset if possible. And so that would be the plan for today. Behind me, you're gonna see the car park. That's where you have the main entrance. And then those red huts, I think one of those is meant to be a wood shed. So if you want to grill something, there's gonna be wood already chopped here for you. You just have to bring your own food. But remember, when there is a fire warning, like a forest fire warning, they don't have it, or in like extreme weathers they don't stock it, but other times you'll find it. And there are dedicated campfire sites here, and since it's a protected reserve, you can't start picking up the twigs and branches and start burning them down, because it doesn't work that way. So you can only use the wood that's here or bring your own wood. So yeah, it kind of like reminds me of, I think it was around the rainy season last year that we were here. And yeah, so I tried to come back, and I promised myself only then that I'll come back and spend more time here on my own. So that's why I'm here. And yeah, let's try to see where the woodshed is, what are the things around. Let's explore a bit. Okay, so this is the map of the area. That's the river rafting, as I was telling you. Spot number 5, that's where we were before. This was the boating spot that I was showing you. I guess this is where they start. And all these spots are the dedicated campfire spots. And this is where they have the woodshed and the public washrooms and the parking. So it's at the entrance, you find everything you need. And those blue boxes are the public washrooms. There are also men-women washroom here, and this is where you go in from. This, if I remember correctly, you can go in there, and next to that ice cream parlor, I think there was this mini cafe restaurant, which I think in the summer is operational. So if you want to eat something, I know it says Kavio that way. Okay, so probably it's on that side. But yeah, so let's start exploring, spending time here, enjoying time in nature. So once you get inside, it's pretty convenient. You could keep crossing the bridges to go over to the next mini island, and then you'll have a forest route like this, so you can keep walking, turn wherever you feel like, and wherever is a good spot for you, you could just sit down and chill and enjoy. So I'm trying to see where there is a good spot to stay close to the rapids, but not really close to them, because the force is really high, so I have to maintain a good distance. But yeah, I'll walk around a little bit, and it's almost 5 p.m, so it's about time I sit down and get my main picnic going before it starts to turn dark and a little bit chilly perhaps when the sun goes down. So let's see if we can find a nice spot by the river rapids somewhere here, and then we'll enjoy the picnic. I think back when I visited last year, we took somewhat this route, hopped over the stones, went over there to go close to the rapids. The water was not at full swing back then, and now there's stagnant water everywhere here as well, so it's not going to be so much fun if I try to sit down here. So I'll try to retrace my path a little bit, try to go back, get close to the rapids on the other side, hop over one of the bridges and see if that's a better view there. So I think I'm going to choose this stone as my picnic spot. The rapids are kind of really fast there, but here are a bit calm, so I can stay close, enjoy the sound of the rapids, but still stay at a safer distance. I'm going to start unpacking and start preparing the picnic spot. I can actually see some red ants here, but I guess that comes with the territory. It's all forest and wet and swampy area around. But anyways, it looks like a good nice spot, nice and relaxing sounds of the water. After I'm done eating, I'll try to replace the mic with my Rode mic and try and see if I can capture the nice soothing sound of the rapids. But for now, I'll just enjoy the snack. And since we have walked almost 22 odd kilometers in 4.5 hours, it was a lot of work for the feet. The way to relax this is to either dip that in warm water, which we don't have, but the water of the rapids is really nice and chilly. So let's splish splash a little bit and relax the feet also. Ha! This water is almost ice cold, and it's so refreshing to rest the feet like this, and it relaxes the muscle. Does anybody else do that? Because I find this very relaxing. If I had a bucket and hot water and salt at home, it's a nice remedy to relax the muscles, especially I used to do that a lot, especially after the taekwondo fights in the ring, or any other intense leg workout, be it a hike, a trek, or anything else, a run, a marathon like that. But yeah, now I'm just gonna enjoy Splish Splash a little bit more, enjoy the lemonade in the sunshine, and then start thinking about heading back home. But it's gonna be a while. It's just 5 p.m. It's still nice and sunny, so let's enjoy the weather first. And in case I forgot to say that, cheers, and hope you guys are also having a nice and sunny day wherever you're watching this vlog from. So I've been chilling and splish splashing at my spot. Just finished eating as well, and I changed my mic to the Rode mic, so hopefully when I try to get close to the rapids I could capture the better quality sound. So let's try and shift our base and chill a little more close to the rapids, try and capture the sound. So hopefully you are able to hear the sound of the rapids. Here the flow is really fast. You can see. So I tried to keep a safe distance, but I hope the mic did a good job and managed to capture the sound of the rapids. As you can see, the flow is really fast. Wonder if this is a part of the river rafting route Must be really fun to go down from here and then continue onwards. Looks really cool. Though the water is really brown, I don't know why. Maybe it's the stones underneath, or is it just muddy because the ice is melting? I don't know, but the water is really brown and you can't see anything underneath. I did see a young couple trying to fish over here, so maybe there are some fishes in this area, but can't really see anything. It's too dark underneath, but the water is really chilly. That I know for sure. When I was trying to film the rapids, I'm pretty sure I saw some people cross over the bridge with their kayaks on their shoulders. I was trying to chase them, but I lost them somewhere in the woods. I don't know where they went. But anyways, in the meantime, here's another shot of the rapids, and there you could see people with mountain bikes. I don't know if you could see them, but they are there. So it's a nice mountain biking trail also. So yeah, lots of nature, lots of activities to do, which is also one of the reasons why I didn't come over in the winter in the snow times. If you want to see this place laden with snow, that's a different story, but I like to see the places bustling with life, and you know, this rapidly flowing water, ants, spiders, greenery, all of this is a sign of life. That's why I waited for the good season, spring season, to come over here. I wonder if when in the peak summer, are there like crazy tons of mosquitoes and stuff around here, or is it bearable? But yeah, it was a fun time. So it does look like some people did campfire in the middle of the woods. Pretty sure this isn't a dedicated campfire site, but if you can avoid it, try not to do it this way. Just grab the wood, go to the campfire zones, just set a fire there. Those are like public campfires, so you could just light the fire there, enjoy the grill. Or if you have a wooden stove, at least make like a ring of rocks or something around so that the fire doesn't spread. This was like plain old open fire, so I guess the people are not so experienced with bushcraft or something. But this is the most risky. That's how the fire spreads in the forest, so be very careful with the fire and barbecue and stuff. So that hut, I remember back when we came last year, we spoke to the staff there to ask around what is a good route to take, where to go and so on. And this green hut-like thing behind me, it looks like a hot tent. So there is a stove in the middle and it's very high, so there are benches around it so you could sit inside and it warms up the entire tent. And there are bridges like this that connects different islands, so you could hop over, pick whichever island is good for you, and then just chill. And there is this kind of flowing water everywhere. And right across this, along this cabin, there are these public BBQ sites, so people are grilling anything that they want to grill, making their own picnic food. Let's take a closer look. So there are two public barbecue pits. One is right in front of that restaurant hut that we saw, and one is behind me towards the end of the walking street. And they're both in use, so I don't want to put the camera in the people's face and make it awkward, so let it be. But yeah, those are the ones, and then there are similar ones on as you cross over the bridge to the other island. There would be more there. So that's what at least the guidelines say, that this is the one that you're supposed to use for grilling anything. And it's quite a nice location right next to the water, so you can see there is like water here, and somewhere there is one of the grilling spots, just for reference. So it's very relaxing this way. So I guess I'll spend a little bit more time here, try and see if there's a good spot to capture a sunset. It's almost 6:15. By around 7ish or so, I'll start to make a plan to start heading back home. Should take about an hour or so to get back as well. The parking lot is a lot more full now, more cars and a few bikes also. So I suppose evening hours are the best to get here. Maybe when the sun is setting, probably is also a nice time to see it. I wish I could have stayed longer, but I have to catch the bus and I don't want to push it to the very last bus because the connectivity of the buses here is very intermittent. It's once per hour, so better not to kind of risk it that much. But overall I had a very nice and relaxing break. Definitely would recommend it to anybody who likes to have a picnic and wants to chill, grill, campfire kind of things. Then definitely worth checking out. They even have dedicated parkings here for the camper vans. If you come with a camper van, you could definitely park your camper here. So that's what we have to do now. Kiiminki, 4.7 kilometers. That's exactly the route that we came from. But on the way here, I actually found like a mini path. The gravel route that I took actually was kind of like a semi-shortcut to get here, because I didn't care about passing through the Kiiminki city because of the buses or whatever. But on the way back I have no choice. I have to get to the city if I want to take the bus. So I have to do this 4.7 kilometers and then I'll be able to board the bus from there. But overall the weather is quite nice anyway, so it's not much of a hassle. Plus when you have already done 22 kilometers, another 4 doesn't hurt so much. So that's the bridge and the rapids. That's where I was, and I have walked a little bit from there, and here you can see the water is so quiet, but it's quite nice. I see some dinghies here and there are some houses here, so I suppose for these people it's pretty convenient to just walk across the street, jump in the water. This is nice Finnish countryside living. Small cottages, and probably that one is supposed to be a sauna. And then there is the Kiiminkijoki. No wait, that's not Kiiminkijoki, that's Kiiminkijoki. Looks pretty refreshing, but in the summer there might be too many mosquitoes. So this is a bus stop. You do have a connecting bus, so you can interchange to get to Oulu, but I don't think it runs in the evening. That's why I have to walk the route of this bus first and then hop onto another one to get home. Hello. Hello. So photogenic. Ooh. Huh? You want to come close also? Are you guys brothers or something? Oh, first time seeing cows in Finland. This is so cool. I only saw these black and white Holstein cows in movies. There's so many of them here. It's so fun. So, found our bus stop. We are taking 35BK to go back to Oulu. Google Maps shows I have about 15 to 17 minutes to go, since it's looks like a small deserted town. I hope that timings are correct, but that's also why I tried to get here early. Okay, so there's the bus going the other direction, so I guess ours should be arriving soon. Seems to be on time. 35BK. Bye bye bus. So with that, we are back in the neighborhood, heading back home and closing this vlog now. I hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to like, share and subscribe. This is Rustic Wanderer signing off.